Hey, it's Danielle from Banning Lane, and I am here with your Wednesdays video. Now, I'm starting off by showing you the inspiration piece, and the photo that sort of caught my eye when I first looked at this was those pair of men's dress-up shoes. And I immediately thought of a photo and a story that I needed to scrapbook, so that's what I'm going to do today. All right, so I have my photo ready and I've matted it on some white paper already. This is just a picture I took of my little brother and my husband, and I took this picture at a graduation banquet that we went to for my little brother. He graduated from pharmacy school this year, and my husband already is a pharmacist, so there's been a few opportunities that my husband's really been able to participate in my little brother's successes, and that's always been fun. So at this particular banquet, my little brother got presented the oath of a pharmacist, and since my husband's already a pharmacist, he got to give that to him. And I love scrapbooking these stories because they're just memorable and they're fun, and I'm so proud of these boys, and so I like to get these stories in my album. Now, as you can see, I brought out a robin's egg blue piece of paper, and I wanted to use that color because I thought it went well with the photo, plus that color was definitely in the inspiration piece. And then I pulled out some scrap pieces of paper from my little scrap bin. I pulled out some vellum and a tag, and I plan on using all of these things to layer behind my photo. So I'm going to get my photo adhered to the robin's egg blue paper, and I want that to be sort of nice and even in place, and then I'm going to be a little bit more casual with the rest of my layers. Now, I wanted to bring in this navy blue just because I thought it went well with the photo. I definitely wanted to pull in some wood grain just from being inspired by the inspiration piece. And so both of those colors were easy. I liked the way this orange went with the other colors in my layers, but I didn't end up using it. It just wasn't the right size. But I knew I wanted to use this vellum. So I tore the vellum just to give it a different texture than if I cut it, and I'm going to slide it in between these layers. I'm not being super precise, just kind of tucking things in and trusting my first instinct with things, and so it comes together really quickly. Now, this tag I just want to use as one of my layers. I had originally thought maybe I would journal on it, but I didn't end up doing that. As I was plotting this layout, I had changed my mind and thought that I would just draw in some lines and journal below my photo. But I still wanted to add it to my layers. One, I love tags, but also I like there to be different elements in my layers. I like there to just be different textures and things like that. So you have the pattern paper, you have the torn vellum, and now you have this tag, and I thought it all went together very nicely. So when I am happy with my layering behind my photo, I get everything tacked down onto my layout and just eyeball the placement of that. And now I'm just going to work on embellishing my layout. Now, these first two pieces came from past Ali Edwards story kits. I have this cork arrow that I thought would look great on this layout. And then I have this chipboard phrase sticker that said, "Here's to you," which obviously goes super well with my story. I have these phrase stickers that I quickly looked through, and I spotted this one that says "document this," and I thought that went great with the whole theme. And so once I am happy with where I want to place those, I get everything stuck down in place. I was originally thinking that I wanted that arrow and those couple of phrase stickers on the left-hand side of my photo, but I changed my mind because I thought that the arrow should be pointing towards my little brother. Seems how he's sort of the star of this story. So after I get that arrow stuck down, I position the phrase stickers, and I fuss with them just a little bit, but I like the way that turned out. And from here, I just decide if I want to add any more embellishments. So I look around on my desk and I pull up a couple of things that I thought might look good. I pulled that little star flare button, but I decided I didn't want to add any more bulk necessary to this layout. It felt a little bit too bulky for this particular layout. But then I pull out this die cut that says adventure, and I really liked the texture of the sort of zigzag edge of that die cut and then that pinkish color, and so I tucked that into my layers. And then I try out another tag but decide that I didn't really like the look of that, but I knew that I wanted to add more of that pinky color to my layout. So I pull out my little box of enamel dots, and I quickly shuffle through those and pull out any sort of pinky or corally colored dot that I thought sort of matched that pink color on the die cut. And I have one that's a little bit darker and one that's a little bit lighter, and I thought that those definitely went well together. So I first decided to do a cluster of 3 down on the right hand side of my photo and cluster them next to that arrow, and I decided I needed a third color, so I pulled out some white and I add that, and I really like the way that looks, but I want to add it to another spot on my layout, so I just picked the upper left hand corner, and I didn't have any more small white enamel dots, so I decided no big deal, I'll just go ahead and leave it at the 2 and call it good. Now my enamel dots are all on, most of them at least are on some cardstock pulled off their packaging, thanks to my daughter, but they still work just fine. I usually just need to add a little extra glue to get them to stick, which is what I'm doing now. I'm using some multi-matte medium. It seems to work just fine, and I like the way that turns out. And then from here, I just need to get my journaling done. And I know that I want to draw some lines and put my words below my photos, so I get that done, but I don't actually write my journaling in this video just because I need to talk to my little brother and get clarification on a couple of things before I write my journaling, but you'll see that in the close-up videos below. So I just wanted to thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to check out our Facebook group on Facebook, obviously, and I will put the link to that and our other social media down below. Don't forget to post any projects that you guys are making. We love to see them. All right, we'll talk to you all very soon. Bye-bye.